Hello, I am Aisling from the Institute of Empowered Psychology. So I'm jumping on today to share with you 15 ways that you can have your best year ever. I know a lot of us are a bit anxious, a bit anticipatory about jumping into 2021, considering the COVID scare is still very, very strong in so many countries, in so many places. I decided to put this slideshow together to share with you just some ways that you can every day implement little habits that can change the way that you look at things and make you really focus on how you can create happiness in your life daily without thinking about what else is going on externally in the world, things that you can't control. These are small, tiny little changes that can help you create your best year ever from within your own state of mind, from within your own home, and just by changing a couple of things here and there. So without further ado, I will move on. So I've put this together as a way to help you to take control of your life. Oh, sorry, Siri. What I'm saying is I'd like you to take control of your life and have the best year that you've ever experienced. And really, that's what we all deserve. After the year that we've just had, the least that we deserve is to have a great year. And you know that with a little bit of effort, each and every day, you can make that wonderful year a reality. It's small things that make the most difference over time. It's not about making great leaps and bounds and changes. And as I work with my coaching clients and, we're trying to create goals and dreams and, we've got huge goals, and it's great to have huge goals and huge ambitions. But in order to achieve the big goals and the big dreams and the big ambitions, it begins with one step and two steps. Every journey is a matter of one step at a time. So the effect of small changes is cumulative, and making the best and the most of the next 12 months with these strategies will help you to do that. So number one, wake up early and use the time wisely. So if I was to give you an example of what I do in this instance, I get up at 5 a.m. Now that may seem crazy to a lot of people, but I joined Robin Sharma's 5 a.m. club about 6-7 years ago. Now, while I don't practice it every single day, I can promise you that the days that I do, and quite more often than not, I do practice it, those days are so productive. I'm on fire. It gives you so much time to get yourself together. In that time, what I do, I personally, the year before last, in 2019, just to give you an example, I actually wrote a book. So I used that extra hour that I had when I got up to meditate, to exercise, and then I started writing. And I wrote a whole manuscript for a book during that time. But you could do something else that you would like to do. Like, for instance, you could learn to play an instrument. You could learn a new language. As I said, you could write a book, or you can get in shape. So you can use that time to meditate, to get in touch with yourself, to work out, to go to the gym, to go for a run, or just to download a class and plug it into your TV and do it in your living room, whatever it might be. And particularly if there's any parents out there, once the kids are awake in the morning, it's all go. Life is crazy and there's no stopping it. So this is just an example of how you can give yourself some extra time to put on a wash, to empty the dishwasher, to sit down and have a beautiful breakfast just for yourself and contemplate the day ahead. All of the most successful business people in the world have amazing morning routines, and it is within that helps them get to where they are. So if you are looking and trying and hoping to do something great this year, get up just 1 hour earlier and it will make all the difference. Make smiling a habit. Now, there is no there's no way that you can deny that you don't feel better when you smile, and you do. We can very, very easily revert to resting bitch face or just being unhappy. But when you smile, it makes other people smile too. And I know across the world, there's a lot of us that are wearing face masks when we're in public. But you know, and I don't know if you've noticed, but when you smile, people can see it. They can see it in your eyes. Even though you're wearing a mask, you can still share that beauty of smiling. And the better that you feel, which is what you get from smiling, the better your day will be. And you will help other people have great days too, because you will share that infectiousness of happiness. And if you have enough good days, you will have a great year. Number 3, have goals that excite you. What kind of goals have you set for yourself? Have you set any goals? Maybe you're not a goal setting type, and that's okay. But I would like to ask you if you would have a little think about setting some goals that could really get your heart racing. Something that would really help you to focus. Because it is hard to get up and go to work every day. It's easier to get up if you have something positive on the horizon. So what might that be? Well, it could be anything really at all, couldn't it? How about some exciting goals like that you can accomplish within the year? So it could be a health goal, a personal goal. There could be a family goal. There could be a business or a career goal. I will attach, and just below this video, you can download my strategic goal setting workbook for free to help you focus in and hone in on what those goals could be. If you were to set some goals for yourself, what could they be? They can be big and they can be small, but just have something. Have something that you can think about every day, that you can write up and put it on a whiteboard and put it in front of you and think, this is why I get out of bed every morning. This is what I'm striving to create and to engage with in my life. Number 4, use your commute to your advantage. So if you are still commuting to work, whether you are taking the train, whether you're driving, or whether you're walking, you can listen to language programs, books on tape, or your favorite songs while you're driving. So let me tell you a little bit about what I used to do when I was a sales rep. So it feels like 100 years ago, I was a traveling sales rep in Ireland, and I traveled the length and breadth of the country because I was a key account manager, and I looked after some of the biggest brands in FMCG in Ireland. So I was driving everywhere, all over the country, but I was then, as I am now, completely addicted to personal development. And in my little CD player in my car, I used to have sales training programs that I would play while I was driving. And I would be learning about how to become a better salesperson every day while I was driving my car from client to client. I would just pick up new tips because sure, you can listen to the radio, and you can listen to the news, and you can hear about all the bad things that are happening in the world, and you can listen to all of the controversy, and you could listen to the same songs over and over again that drive you crazy, or you can put something on that's actually going to make a difference. Now, there are barely any cars with CD players anymore. So unfortunately, my trusty selection of personal development programs that has grown very large as the years have gone on has nowhere to go. But what I now do is I download audiobooks. So I listen to audiobooks via Audible, and I play those. So I have a goal every year of listening to one audiobook a month, and my time in the car is when I do that. Last year in 2020, I was studying to become a trainer of neurolinguistic programming and hypnosis. So for the year, everywhere I went, as soon as I plugged something into my ears or I sat into the car, I was listening to some of my training programs so that I could obtain and learn the knowledge that I needed to know to become the best neurolinguistic programming trainer that I could be in the world. So whatever it is that you want to be, you can maximize that, and you can really, really add to your success by using the time that you're commuting to do that. And you know what? All of a sudden, you're not going to worry so much about being stuck in traffic, because you're going to really, really enjoy the time that you spend in your car, on the train, or walking to work, wherever you may be. Next up, save more money. Don't we all want to save more money? And wouldn't it be amazing if you could save more money? What kind of a difference would that make to your life? The comfort of having a healthy savings account balance will do more for your year than unnecessary spending. And we might have found that last year, with everything that went on, there might have been an opportunity for your bank balance or your savings to dwindle a little bit. So maybe that's one of your goals. Maybe it's to bring your savings account right back up to where it once was. Maybe you want to double it. Maybe you're saving for something really important in your life. If you save more money than if you spend it wisely, it will make such a difference. So saving for something that's important for you, your family, and so on and so forth, it makes all the difference. Number 6, learn something new. So as I mentioned, people quite often feel like once they leave university or once they stop school or college, that's it. I've learned everything that I need to know and I don't need to learn anything else. But you don't need to be in school to learn something new. We are learning all the time. Discover books, videos, and experts to guide you. I spent all of 2020 studying. I didn't even notice that what was going on around us, because all of my study took place online, sitting in front of my computer. And I'm so grateful for that, considering the year that we had. And now I'm so happy to be in a position to share the same thing with my students at the Institute of Empowered Psychology. And all of our courses that we run at the Institute, our hypnotherapy courses, our NLP practitioner courses, and our NLP master practitioner courses, as well as our business accelerator courses, and so on and so forth. There's so many. They are all run online so that we can reach out to and work with people all over the world. Our students come from America, from the United Arab Emirates, from Ireland, from the UK, from New Zealand, from Canada, from Australia, from all over the world. And it's so exciting to have a room that's full of different personalities, different perspectives, and different ways of thinking. So maybe you would be interested in learning something new. Maybe you'd like to consider learning something regarding your mind, about communication, about sales, about hypnosis. It could be anything. So you should check out our programs in case it might be something that you would like. But maybe you just want to read a book, watch a video about something that you haven't learned before. Networking. Networking is a great way to expand the circle of friends that you have, the people that you know. And there are so many different ways to network. Even if you're not able to go and have a camp out and meet people in the flesh, there are lots of opportunities online. You can't have your best year ever without involvement from other people. And it's by engaging and interacting with people, stretching yourself to meet new people that you normally would never have met, that it makes all the difference. That you can meet people that will have an influence on your life that you could have never imagined. Like I say, by doing a course, you can meet new people, you can network in new in new circles, in new communities, in new ways. So step outside of your comfort zone and think about what it is that you might like to do, how you want to think differently this year. Few things will change in your life more than adding new people to your life. So Siri just decided to play some music there. Thanks, Siri. Number 8, enjoy yourself. Quite often life can get really serious and we can forget one of the most important things to do is to enjoy ourselves. So how can you do that? By using your free time wisely and doing something that you love. Maybe it is studying. Maybe it's just curling up with a movie and a hot chocolate and discovering something new. Maybe it's watching a documentary. Perhaps it is sailing. Perhaps it's going on a nature walk or an adventure, spending time with your family. Whatever it is, just do something exciting and enjoy yourself. Take yourself out of the day-to-day. Number 9, read something each day. It's so important to expand your mind. As I mentioned, learning doesn't stop when you leave school. You need to continue to open your mind up to new ideas, open your mind up to new opportunities, to something that you never learned before. You know, you can teach yourself a lot just by reading a little each and every day. Avoid reading all of the same type of books all of the time. So switch things up a little bit. So if you are like me and you're totally addicted to personal development and you like to listen to or read personal development books all the time, just do yourself a favor and throw in the odd fiction, the odd romance here and there, just for fun, just for shits and giggles, as they say, so that you can really just like have a laugh, to change it up, because it's good for you. It's good to not be so consistent all the time. I know it's made all the difference for me. Number 10, keep a journal. Journaling is an amazing way to get your thoughts out of your head and on to paper. It can help you to realize and actualize your life, to actually really start to make things happen. It's a wonderful way to really kind of bring things about and to make your dreams, your goals, and your ambitions come through. Your life becomes more interesting when you take a record of it, and it's really interesting to read back on your journals as the years go on. You will find yourself looking for ways to add more interesting journal entries. And, you know, when you look back on your journals, you can find an amazing way to, that you've evolved, how you've grown, how you've changed. While you might believe and think that you remain the same as you always have been, you'd be surprised to know that you don't. If you lament on the fact that every day seems to be the same, keeping a journal will change that, because you'll be sure to pick up and see things differently than how you've seen them before. Number 11, get more sleep. Who doesn't need more sleep? I know, but it's really important. They say everybody requires at least 7 hours of sleep to be his or her best. Well, I know least amount of sleep that I will ever try and get is 6 hours. I know that I can function really well on 6 hours, but come 3 p.m. I do start to get a little bit tired. You know what that's like. But I get a meditation in and that gets me going again for the afternoon. I find that meditation for 10, 15, 20 minutes can give you the equivalent to an extra 2 hours of sleep. So that's a really good way to think about it, just in case you don't have the opportunity to get as much sleep as you can. If you think you need less, try getting 7 hours a week for a week and see how you feel. That's a really good challenge. How does that make you feel if you were to say, okay, next week, I need to get up at this time because I'm getting up an hour earlier, don't forget. So in order to do that, I have to go to bed at this time, and just give it a go. Because if you go to bed a little bit earlier, I don't know if you're a night owl or an early bird, you may think about getting up an hour earlier, about how difficult that would be. But the reality is, if you went to bed an hour earlier than you currently do, it wouldn't be that difficult at all. Number 12, drop unfulfilling obligations. This is something that I guess we probably all like to think that we could do, but really just don't. Just don't do it as much as we want to. Because you know what? Spending your time on optional activities that suck the life out of you doesn't make any sense. If you're involved with organizations, maybe you're on a committee, maybe you are maybe you're involved in a membership group or something. It could be anything that you are obligated to be involved in, but you hate it and you dread it. You know what? Just quit. Just say, you know what, guys, I'm out of here. I'm sorry. It's just, it was great for as long as you were involved, but you know what? I just can't commit to it anymore. And that's okay. And it's good for you because it helps you to practice assertiveness. And being assertive is an amazing skill to have. And the ability to say no, it comes with practice and training. And you'll be really glad when you get that practice in to be able just to say, no, it's no big deal. It's okay to say no. Number 13, drink more water. Oh, I know that you know that this is something that you should be doing. Now, we should all be trying, we should actually be drinking 2 liters, at least 2 liters of water every day. Now, when you think of it that way, it's massive. Like 2 liters is like a huge big jug, right? But if you drink it glass by glass, I like to put like a fizz stick into my water. It changes up the flavor and it makes it a little bit nicer. When I exercise in the mornings, I immediately drink about 3 glasses of water straight after it. And then that means that I get like half of my intake before midday. So just keep pretending or keep practicing to get into the habit to add drinking water to your day. And drop the least healthy beverages that you consume regularly. If you're into soda or different things like that, they're not helping you. They're hindering you from being the best version of yourself, for adding acidity to your diet. Just drop them. Just say, no, I'm going to replace it with water instead. And you'll feel the difference. Number 14, make your bed each morning. Now, you may have seen a YouTube video of, it's a sergeant. I'm really doing him a disservice. He was very high in the American military, and he was speaking at a university in America about discipline, about how when you start your day right, by making your bed, that is, how having that discipline in making your bed and having a beautiful room as you leave the room every morning can change the trajectory of your day. It's really, really interesting because it allows you to start the day accomplishing something. And it's like I say, when I get up in the mornings, I get up at 5 and I meditate and I work out and I, come back, I do my affirmations, I do all the things, my journaling, etc. I shower, do my hair and makeup, and I get to make my bed. My room looks tidy. My self-esteem gets a boost. I look in the mirror, I feel great. My room looks great. I've accomplished so much, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So what would that look like for the rest of my day? That I've started the day so strong by winning from the get-go. I'm not going to make bad decisions because I've already started the day by making good decisions and I've made good choices. So that's an interesting way to think about it. And number 15, last but not least, visit someplace new. Now you may be saying, okay, Ash, how can I visit somewhere new? We're in COVID. It's a lockdown. We can't leave 5 kilometers. And I totally get it. I was in the same position last year. We were in a lockdown for 6 months in Melbourne, Australia. But yet my husband, my son and I managed to visit someplace new every week because it was important for us to get out, get fresh air and see something different. So we Googled within our 5K radius and we went to new playgrounds and parks and new areas and suburbs that we had never visited before. And it was amazing. Now, you don't have to make a trek to Everest, although that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? You can just visit a new restaurant or a new town that's known for having the best hamburgers in your state, or a new cafe. It could be whatever floats your boat, but just try and do something new. Get out of doing your normal everyday surroundings and live a little. Just do something different. Last weekend, my husband, my son and we went to a new playground. We went for a beautiful walk in a new area that we hadn't been before. We took the train into the city from that train station, and we just had an amazing adventure, and it was so much fun. My son had one of the best days ever, and to see the smile in his face, and to have an adventure like that as a family. We were all exhausted afterwards, but we had so much fun. So it doesn't have to be much. It doesn't have to be expensive, but just think outside the square and try and do something a little bit different. Your best year is not going to happen by accident. You need to choose to make the next year your best year ever. You can choose to do many different things. You can choose to remain miserable and sad and look and think, well, what's good about it? What can we do? It's up to you. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If you want to reach out to me and have a call, have a chat about how you can make a difference, or how I can help you as a coach, as a hypnotherapist, to break down the limiting beliefs or those decisions that you have that are holding you back from living your best life, just reach out. Click on the link below to download our goal strategy workbook, so that you can set goals for yourself, so that you can have a creative, amazing year. And then click on the other link so that you can schedule to have a chat with me. Maybe you're interested in upskilling and learning one of the courses that we have at the Institute of Empowered Psychology, or maybe you'd like to join a group coaching program or a one-on-one coaching program. Whatever it is for you, just be true to yourself. Look after you, because if you're not looking after you, nobody else is. So do what you can to create and have your best year ever. I've been Aisling Smith-Branson. You've been awesome. Thank you so much for jumping on board, for spending your time listening. I hope that this has been helpful and inspiring, and I hope that you enjoy it. Remember to make a plan for the year. Avoid as many positives and delete as many negatives as possible. Take care of yourself and create a compelling future for you and for your family. Enjoy the ride, wherever it is that it takes you. But don't be afraid to reach out for help, because all of the most high achieving people have coaches. Look for help. Keep studying. Keep looking for more. Keep looking for more answers and more ways that they can become the best possible versions of themselves. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this has been enlightening and helpful for you. Bye.